Hello YouTubians, welcome back to another .spicer10 YouTube video, and today, well, you can probably see where this is gonna go, don't you? Now, I was speaking to Josh the other day, thinking about doing the floor, and I just thought, I've got a lot of this stuff, and I was thinking of doing it for the walls, but then I had a rethink, because I really don't fancy pulling the tarp down and pulling everything out just to take the tarp down and put new walls up. So I thought, I know, why not make it to the floor? Now, I've got strips of these wood. These are not really good bits. These are like really crappy bits of wood because some of them are not even straight. And these are what left over for other projects around the house. So I thought I'll make use of them. At the minute, they're just around, so it just look like I've got piping across the floor now. A bit like the paradox machine, and that keeps happening. I need to sort that, but I just haven't had the time, because I've been busy. So I've got one going there, one there. Obviously, they're not properly in place, obviously. They're not going to be screwed onto the floor. It's only be like a platform that goes onto the console, so it's got like the console room going on. I have already put a bracket on this piece of wood just to add some extra length to it. And I've got another piece of wood. I've got like other pieces of wood underneath the bed, because I just sorted my room out the other day. And I've got this. Cut some of this down to the same height, the same height as these, to act as like supports. Going across in various places around the floor, and it also gives me somewhere to screw to, as this is what the outcome's going to be like. So here is a piece of this sheet, which is obviously a spare cut out for the back, which I've not even made up yet, because it means I've got to pull the box out of the way just to do it. But you can see it's not very sturdy unless I put some under it to give it that, you know, the ability to walk on. So that's what that block of wood, that chunk of wood's for. And obviously I've got other bits of wood underneath the bed to obviously add as supports. And then, if you remember early back of my build diary, I got this, which this is going to go on top, like so. And it will have some sort of lighting underneath, but not massively. It's just mainly so I can cover all this tape where I've got wiring going to, and it's going to be done in a way where I can, you know, lift this up and, you know, work underneath it if I need to, like if I'm adding extra wiring. So obviously this is going to be stretched out and pinned down somehow, which I'm going to have to figure out. So I've got that, I've got a load of it. And I was just thinking, I know, have a little platform. So here it is. I know I ended the video, but I just wanted to quickly show you. This is the idea I've got. I've already cut a piece flush with the tardis, angle it that way a bit, so I've got a block under the front. And I've just temporarily shifted all the other bits of wood, so I could make somewhat of a more solid platform, so I can test out how well it works. And I'm going to try and stay on the beams, but at least it's given me some knowledgement that I need to, so it is a bit spongy in places because it's not all equally distributed. But say about here there would be like a little block of wood, and then that should support me. Obviously it's not going to be an eyesore like that, but it's going to be done a little bit neater. But that beam there is going to stay there, because that's actually, you know, leading up to the main TARDIS, which is quite cool. So yeah, now I've even used the offcut to test how well it would just sit on top of carpet, and it's obviously a lot safer and just more straight to the point and, you know, less faffing around. But I quite like the level look. I quite like how it's leveled with the interior. But when it comes to cutting around the console bit, it's obviously going to dip down like the actual one does, which is something I quite like. You know, it gives it that, you know, like the TARDIS is actually, you know, it's actually bigger than what you think, so it gives it that illusion. So that's what I'm going for. And there you can see some tape, but you don't really see it unless you look really close. And obviously with that stuff on top, it's going to be a bit tricky to do because it's a bit, you know, less, you know, it's a bit more manual. But this, I've still got sheets put back that way, sheets put back that way. But yeah, so I'm thinking if I just do the edges first, and then, oh jeez, and then I would use the offcuts to like do the angled cuts like in between the front to give it the border and hopefully for it to be a little bit more stable.